Hi, my name's Steve Medinger. I'm the multi-area director for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. The testimony that you're about to watch is a young man who went to school at the school behind me, and it actually took place back in 2009 and 2010. We've known about this story for quite a while, but we debated on whether or not to share it just due to the supernatural elements of this story. We did feel, however, after I met with Dontiae and heard the story directly from him, a strong conviction that it's his testimony and we're supposed to share it. And so that's what we're doing. You know, at the school behind me, we've been able to scholarship quite a few kids to go to FCA camp, where many of them have put their hope and trust in Jesus Christ, which we know has eternal results. We never thought, however, that the implications of such a decision would take place so soon as it did for Dontiae. I want to give you our heart behind sharing this video. Our heart, first and foremost, is to honor God and to do what we feel like He's told us to do. But second, we believe that this story is going to impact many people, and maybe one of those people is you. And so we hope you enjoy the story. I would caution parents, please preview this video before you watch it with your kids. There is an element of this story that could be disturbing for younger kids. So thank you for tuning in. Enjoy Dontiae's testimony. God bless.
When I went to the FCA camp, it saved my life and brought me closer to God. I was 185 pounds and I was a very skilled athlete. Tryout day came for football, 9th grade year, high school football. Coach Myers had me go against this boy. Everybody thought he was going to run me over. And he said, go, boom. I tackled him to the ground. And everybody was like, oh. Coach Myers looked at me. He said, kid, what's your name again? And I said, Dontiae Ray. It was in August and we was playing against Northeast. I got past the two blockers and see the running back try to run it. I charged at him and tackled him to the ground, and it caused an injury in my shoulder. It was starting to hurt real bad. It went from my shoulder to my left side of my neck. Something changing with me. I started sweating badly, vomiting, spitting up, falling to the ground. And so my mom took me to the orthopedic doctor. They had to carry me into the chair in his office. And he looked at me and he told the nurse, call the ambulance and stuff. I blacked out and woke up in the hospital. On September the 2nd, 2010, I experienced something that was never seen before, something that I never thought I'd seen in my lifetime. I wasn't into a religion. I woke up in the hospital bed and there was a nurse working on my body. As soon as I went to sleep, the pain just faded away. It got quiet, like real quiet and real deep. And I heard my mom saying, please don't tell me my son is dead. Please don't tell me my son is dead. I woke up and I heard the machine flatlining. And I went to look to see who was flatlining. And when I looked, it was me flatlining. As soon as I lifted myself up from the bed, this white light came out my body and my skin tone got lighter and my hair was soft like a newborn baby and everything changed just like that. And as soon as I looked at myself, I saw another arm in the bed and I turned around, looked, and saw myself dead. I was crying and shouting and screaming and yelling, and I could hear my mom, and I see a doctor and nurses working on me, but I can't believe I died. So then I hear the sound of a wind. So I lift my head up and saw a light in front of me. And as the light I see is the hole opening up and the wind getting stronger and pulling me towards the light. And so as I'm getting pulled in, I'm screaming for help. They can't hear me, and I get sucked into the hole. As soon as I went through the clouds, that's when I saw like so many people in white robes, and they was all staring at me. And then I saw 4 young females staring at me, and everybody who was that I see in there, they looked like they were young in their 20s. She seemed like I recognized her, but I didn't know who she was because she was young. Until she said, "Go back, Tay, I don't want you here yet, go back." And when I recognized her voice, it was my great-grandmother May. Beside her was my grandmother Tina, my great-great-grandmother Mom, my great-aunt Sue. They were staring at something behind me. As I said, like, what was they staring at behind me? Something like said Dontiae like 3 times. When they called my name, I got scared because when it called my name, it was like it was a male, but it wasn't human. And when it spoke multiple languages, came out of his mouth all at once saying my name. And the ground was like shaky, and I felt this spiritual pressure pushing on me. And when I looked to see what it was, I saw a light bright as the sun, and a cloud, and within the clouds, arms made out of gold, and this bright gold light coming towards me. And when I seen it, I tried to run away from it, and I couldn't run away from it. I was trapped by everybody who was around me. And then it told me, "Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you." I said, "Are you God?" He said, "Yes, my son, I am your father. I'm God. I'm so happy to see you here." And I said, "Where am I? Where am I at?" He said, "This is your home. This is heaven. I'm so glad to see you here, my son Dontiae." And I said, "How you know my name? How you know who I am?" And he said, "Before you was on earth, I knew you. I created you. I created thee. I gave you your name, Dontiae Ray. When you was on earth, I never left your side, never forsaken you, even while you was asleep. I was always there with you at your side." And we had this father and son conversation, and he was telling me how much he loved his sons and daughters on earth, and he wanted us to be in heaven with him so he lived peacefully. I wanted to ask God a question, and he allowed me to ask him. I asked him, "Are dinosaurs real?" And he said to me, "My son, remember this. Always remember to separate yourself from the world, for the world is Satan and is full of lies." And he said, "My son, I'm happy that you're up here, but it's time for you to be judged." I said, "Judged? Judged for what?" He said, "To be judged for the sins you made." And so he used his hand, opened up a cloud in front of my face, and I saw a young woman give her birth to a baby in the hospital. It was my mom giving birth to me. And as soon as she gave birth to me, God started judging my whole life, playing it in front of me. Nothing could be hidden from him. He started judging me for the good, the bad things I've done, what I shouldn't have done, using the Bible against me. And I wasn't no bad person, but you couldn't do good enough to get to heaven. You're not perfect. You fall short of the glory. I was crying on my tears on my knees, didn't think I was going to make it to heaven. And he was saying something to me about the book of life. And he said, if your name is in the Lord's book of life, you'll be in heaven. If not, you're going to be in hell for eternity. And I had my head down, crying in tears. That's when God said to me, "My son, your name is in the book of life." And I said, "But how?" And then he said, "Through repenting and accepting my son Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Strive not giving up doing my will, being loyal and faithful toward death." I'm so proud of you, my son Dontiae. And when he said that to me, I cried in tears so badly. Not just because I was so scared I was going to go. I was almost close to going to hell, but I was crying in tears because I was finally in heaven. It was just peace, love, unity, and equality for all and holiness. And then God said, I'm happy that you're up here, my son, but it's not your time to go yet. Your brothers and sisters need you right now. Your mother and your brothers need you right now. And so he opened up a cloud in front of my face and showed my mom and my brother looking for me in the hospital. And as they looking for me in the hospital, I could see what couldn't be seen by the human eye. I saw people with white light around them bigger and smaller, and people with black light around them bigger and smaller. White light represents the saints, the black light represents the sinners, the people who was with God, who wasn't with God. And God said I had to go back, and I said, why should I have to go back? He said, you have to, and I need to show you why. So he showed me a timeline of what happened if I was to die. It went from my mom to my brothers to family, friends, people I knew, people I haven't met. It was so many people I couldn't fathom and give you really a number that bad things happened to a lot of people, and people that died went straight to hell. And then I was crying when I saw it. And then God showed me what happened if I was alive. And he showed me everything again, except for good things happened. People died, went to heaven instead of going to hell. And I said, how is this so? I'm just one man. He said, all these things can happen, but for them to happen, you must do everything I tell you to do. And he said, I got a message for you to give to your brothers and sisters, a message from me. He said, you tell them that I am real and my son Jesus is real, and that I gave them the answers to everything they needed. For every word of the Bible is true, they ought to do their best to live by it. And then he pointed at me and let me know, if you and your brothers and sisters do not do their best to live by this Bible, then this will be your punishment. He opened a cloud in front of my face, and I heard this loud scream. And it was hurting my ears so bad that it felt like it was about to pop. And I heard people screaming, Jesus, I'm so sorry. God, save us, please. God, I'm so sorry. Give us another chance. Let us make it right. Everything. Somebody save us, please. I saw it was like earth, but it wasn't like the earth we knew. Like it was like dark down there. It was like a war zone, chaos, everything, fire. I saw men and females down there naked trying to kill themselves or stab each other just to die so they can escape that place. But they couldn't escape because they was already dead. And that's when I saw these demons that was bigger and smaller from different forms and stuff, and they was chasing after them, tormenting them, dismembering them, eating their flesh, clawing into them. As I was crying seeing this, I heard somebody laughing, and it wasn't no human laughter. It was a very dark, evil laughter that scared the life out of me. And I looked to see who it was in the dark laughing, and God didn't want me to see the rest of it, and it was Lucifer laughing at everybody who was in hell with him. I broke down tears crying. I told God I didn't want to go back up where I just saw. And he said, you have to go back. Your brothers and sisters need you. And so I stand up and got next to God, and he opened a cloud in front of my face, and my mom was on her knees at a chapel in shock trauma, and we could see her, but she couldn't see me and God. And she told God, I love you so much, God. I love you so much, God, even if you were to take my son away from me. If you keep me here, I'll be happy, but if you take him, he's yours. He's not my child anymore. He's your child. You do with him as you please. And God opened a cloud from underneath my foot. I felt the sky right back out the light, back into my body so fast that I heard the doctor and nurses say, he's alive. And then the last word God said to me was, you'll be healed, but you have to wait patiently, okay, my son? And then I blacked out, and I woke up blind.